Nobody told me you're supposed to memorize this.
Yes, it did.
Well, I didn't hear that.
We've been working on this for 3 months.
You can't expect me to listen when you say things. That's not fair to me. Anyway, it's time for my monologue. Shut up! I'm doing my monologue. So this one time, me and my friends decided to steal lawn gnomes, right? Shut up! That's it. I'm not doing it. My lawn gnome monologue will stay a mystery to you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Bradley, please continue with your monologue.
Is this a required grade?
We've been working on this for 3 months.
You didn't answer my question.
Yes, it's a required grade.
Whoa, that's serious. I mean, I took theater because it's supposed to be fun, but now we gotta do stuff. You should mention that in the course description.
Keep going, Bradley.
Anyway, my monologue is about garden gnomes. And you're gonna laugh at that? It's a very serious monologue. People will be crying at the end of it. It's beautiful, alright? So, me and my friends decided we were gonna steal lawn gnomes. I got this friend named Jameson. And you know him? He's insane. He's a deviant. And he's got this truck. And he's like, dude, yes. He doesn't use a lot of words because he's like poetic. Anyways, I'm like, what? And he's like, gnomes. And I'm like, yes, because we're like symbiotic. We got brain waves going back and forth between us. If he would be a chick, we would be so much in love. But I don't think about it like that. I'm just like, let's do it. I got this other friend, Burma. He's got like mental problems or whatever. He's real open to suggestions. You tell him, Burma, run to that wall. And he just does it. Like, ow, wham, straight into that wall. He has so much brain damage, it's crazy. So we happened to James's truck, real stealthy, like lights off, coasting down residential streets looking for gnomes. We almost hit this jogger. It was crazy. He was like jogging the road or whatever, like move. And he doesn't move, so we almost hit him. Anyway, jackpot, 7 garden gnomes. Sitting there with the little gnome hats and little gnome faces. Like, who are these people putting these gnomes out here? Are they gnome enthusiasts? What's wrong with them? So I'm like, Burma, grab them all. He's like, ah! And I'm like, no, don't scream. But it's too late because he's like insane. My friends are awesome. Lights come on. Little old lady at the door. Burma just runs off. Not even back to the truck, just tears off in the opposite direction, totally spooked by Grandma Garden Gnome Lover. He's running like he's in a cartoon or whatever. We don't see him again for 3 days. So Jameson just floors it. We're going 100 miles per hour because his truck is like awesome. The bear's engine sounds like we've got a bear under the hood and he's chained down like, I'm a bear, let me out of here. Crazy, right? This time I see the gnome, just one. Jameson's like, you gotta steal because I'm on probation for stealing garden gnomes. And I'm on like probation 2 for something totally unrelated. So I got my probation officers in here. Officer Dooley, not here, right? Okay, cool. Anyways, I sprint out to the gnome. I'm like, YOLO! I say that a lot. I grab the gnome and I fall right over. The gnome's chained to the ground, I'm serious. It's got like a little leg manacle thingy, it's chained down. This is a shame. Like, this is society. People are chaining garden gnomes down because they're paranoid. It's sad. Anyway, I'm like, abort. Lights come on, motion lights. There's like 100 cops waiting for us. All right, maybe not 100, maybe like 1, but there's a cop, whatever. He was like, I got you now. And I'm like, James is like, I've got a giant bear in my hood, just try it. So I'm like, run. And then he wants to get out of his car. So I'm like, drive. I jump in the car like I'm in an action movie. I am in the ceiling, I'm blacking out, the door's hanging open, and Jameson just floors it. The cop's like, we just want to talk. And I'm like, no, we don't communicate with language. We look back, the cops didn't even chase us. High five. That was awesome. Thank you.
Hey, okay, so first of all, when I started dating Caleb, I thought he was awesome. I did. I was totally fooled because he'll talk to you and he'll be like, girl, you're so beautiful. Have some of my nachos. He's always got nachos, right? Like, that's his thing. He's the nacho guy. Anyway, he does this thing with his hair when he's offering you his nachos, and he goes, girl, I'm gonna be on you like melted cheese. Ew! But it works, because you're young and you're stupid, and you don't recognize that Caleb is the worst human ever. Hey! Don't interrupt my monologue, Caleb. This is my monologue. See, y'all, this is what he does. He interrupts people. And that is only one of his many, many awful qualities. Here's another one. He thinks he's so hot, right? Like every mirror we pass, Caleb's looking at himself. Am I still hot? Did I get hotter in the 25 seconds between the last time I looked in a reflective surface? Oh wow, I did. He's got a mirror app on his phone. It's his favorite thing to do. I'm talking to him one time and he is staring at his phone the whole time. I look over, it's the mirror app.
It was not.
It was! You were staring at it for like 5 minutes straight. What are you looking at?
You're such a liar, London.
He checks out his own butt. I have never seen a guy do this. I don't think it's normal. Seriously, y'all, it's not even all that healthy. I swear we'll be walking along and then I look at him and see him craning his neck, like, still got it. What is that? Oh, and another thing, he looks at other girls while he's talking to you. So I'm talking to him one time, you know, face-to-face communication. I'm telling him about my day. Hey Caleb, yeah, algebra is a total disaster right now and I want to eat a jar of termites. I look at him and his eyes slide right off of me over to some other chick. Like my face is like a slip and slide, right? Like, whoop, right off my girlfriend's face over to some yoga pants wearing chick. I'm like, boom, look at me, I'm right here, talking about termites. He takes out his phone, mirror app. In conclusion, Caleb is a loser, thank you.
3. When I first signed up for theater, I didn't think I was gonna like it. I'm not a very theatrical person, and most actor type people are really weird. They're weird people, just look at them. But luckily, I kept an open mind and met the most inspirational teacher I've ever had. She's so awesome and energetic, and you know she cares about you and wants to bring out the best in you. She's amazing. She should win the Special Teacher of the Year award. Even though it probably doesn't have a cash prize or anything, she should win it. I look back fondly on those memories because the theater teacher I have now is horrible. The other day, she gave us a quiz in theater class. Just let that sink in. A quiz in theater class? Are we supposed to be learning something? If I wanted quizzes, I would have taken a different class. So I sent an email to the principal, and he hasn't responded. How is this even a democracy? Is this a free country at this point? Are there any teacher evaluator type people in the audience today? Anyone that has control over the hiring decisions at the school? Fire this teacher. Now. I sent a letter to the school board outlining my concerns, and they have not responded. I am disillusioned. I hope I get an A on this monologue assignment. If I don't, you will be hearing from my lawyer.
Alright, so you've heard some crazy things from my ex-girlfriend. Whatever, okay? Whatever.
Is that your whole monologue? Is this what you've come up with?
This is what she does.
No. I'm seriously impressed with your awesome monologue, Caleb. It's incredible. Genius at work.
Alright, so I'd like to tell you about my ex-girlfriend. Alright.
Is it tough to talk without looking at yourself?
Shut up!
You probably need to look in a mirror. Your hair is totally messed up.
You're a demon! My hair's fine.
Whatever.
Alright, my turn now. At first, she seems cool before she opens her mouth. And after she opens her mouth, you're like, ugh, make it stop. Have you ever seen someone with a jackhammer? That's what a conversation with London is like. I mean, you try to say something and she's like, brrr. And it's like, she's talking about people you don't know, right? Like, oh my God. I was just talking to Lila and she says that Austin and Amanda and like somebody else were like totally making out in Starbucks. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm just like, I must make it stop. I must stop this thing from making noise. It's destroying my brain. So yes, I look away to preserve my sanity. To look up at Linda when she's speaking is like staring into a black hole. It'll suck you in and you'll never escape. Your brain will be pummeled into dust. Oh, and right, she's got this thing where like, she'll pick out her teeth while she's talking. I can't even describe it. It's like, she'll be in the middle of the longest sentence in the universe and 3 times during it, she'll be picking food out of her teeth. It's called a toothbrush. Learn to use it. So yes, I dumped her. I'm happy. I'm a free man now. Every day is a miraculous picnic. I wake up, think to myself, am I going out with Linda today? Nope. And then I leap out of bed with a song in my heart. My life is so good right now. Boom.
You can't say boom after your monologue, loser.
I just said it. Boom.
Am I supposed to be there? I think, is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay, so I just moved here this week. And I guess people have been working on this for a while. So, my earliest memory was when I was 4. We were swinging in the swings in a park near my house. And it was really fun. The end.
Marla,
What?
could you maybe expand on that?
No.
Please?
Fine. So we were in the park. So we were in the park, and it was really fun. I saw a squirrel. The end.
Like any young person, I needed employment, and the Golden Arches called me. I started out at the bottom of the ladder and planned to work my way to the top. That's right, assistant manager. And, oh sure, I know the stories. McDonald's is a fool's dream, boy. You'll never make it. You'll probably die. But I don't listen to naysayers. They say nay, I say nay, nay. First up in the interview process. I'm ready. I did my research. I've mentally prepared. I'm a machine. General Manager Barry Bosley will be interviewing me. No sweat. First question, a softball. Why do you want to work at McDonald's? It's the easiest question in the book. Why do I want to work at McDonald's? Is that what you asked me? Well, sir, I want to join a fun, flexible team that will provide me with the skills necessary to compete in the global workforce. And by gosh, I love these fries. But I don't say that. The words get caught in the back of my throat and I say, I don't know. General Manager Barry Bosley cocks an eyebrow. Sweat is beating on my forehead. Say what you want to say, dang it. Say it. A fun, flexible team. Say it. Nothing. I say nothing. Mr. Bosley grabs his pen and writes down, I don't know, on the interview form. No. I leap across the booth, grab the uniform out of his hands, and I'm yelling at him. No, that's not what I meant to say. He looked perturbed now. I have angered General Manager Barry Bosley. I drop the interview form shaking. No, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. And that's when I vomit. At first it's a tickle in the back of my throat, rising, and then blah. I didn't get the job. I flew too high, dreamed too much. I miss you, McDonald's. I miss you. What could have been? Then I got a job at Burger King.
I think it's my turn. I'm 7. We're on 8th, actually. That's because Caleb went early. I'm 7. You go after me. This is the 8th monologue. We're on the 8th monologue. I'm going now. Step off. Oh, it's like that. It's like that. That's what I thought. I'm going to tell you about a time in my life that was very sad. When I was little, we had a dog named Rambo. He was so cute. Dude, Rambo dies, y'all. Spoiler alert. Hey! Oh yeah, it's crazy. She goes through this whole thing about how much she loves her dog. Bam! Postal worker runs him over in the street. Blood everywhere. You don't see it coming. Neither did Rambo. It was a traumatic experience. I've had a traumatic experience listening to this every day for the past month. I love my dog. My dog is so cute. He's got a little black nose. Whatever. Get to the killing. Get off the stage. You don't have to tell your monologue now. They know the ending. I'm telling my monologue. Fine. Don't mind me. I'll just be over here waiting for my turn to go 7 after number 8 person has already gone. When I was little, we had a dog named Rambo. He was so cute. He had a little black nose and sometimes his tail wagged so fast I thought it was gonna break off. Splat! Frisbee was his favorite sport. Vroom! Ah! Bark! My baby dog, he's gonna die! And even though his legs were so short and stubby, he could run so fast. Not fast enough! Splat! All right, fine! I quit! You do yours then. Thank you. Nice work. Super emotional. So it's like this. You may not know this about me, but I've got a lot of talent. Yeah. Do you mind? No, I was just agreeing with you. Boatloads of talent. Boatloads of talent. What is my talent, you ask? What is your talent? Just asking. When I was younger, I figured out that I was a great singer. It all started in church when the preacher asked me, preach it! Is there anyone else who'd like to try and sing this hymn? I raised my little hand and I said, I'll try it. I was so nervous, y'all. I was shaking. The only time I'd ever sung was in the shower. Ooh, the shower, y'all. So I start out and I'm feeling it. Feeling something now. Ooh, y'all. I look out again. Is she almost over? Cause like, we've got other people waiting here and they're dying to go. Is she almost done? And they all applauded and that was the best experience of my life. Thank you.
When I think with, oh shoot, I messed up. Hold on. When I think about the way, When I think about what I want to do with my life, I am pleased to report that I have many dreams. Some people might have dreams of becoming astronauts, or in the case of some of the people in this class, criminals. But my dream is even more spectacular than any of that. I'm going to become a brain surgeon. Why a brain surgeon, you ask? Because they make a lot of money. Just a little bit of humor there. You can laugh, or not. It's okay. You don't have to laugh. I'm now going to explain to you what a brain surgeon does. One of the most fun brain surgeries is called the lobotomy. And I'm not talking about a forbidden sauce dance. That's lobotomy. They kind of sound similar. I've researched this a lot on Wikipedia. So, first, an incision is made on the vertex of the cranium after you shave their head. First shave their head or this won't work. So, right. Incision on the vertex with a very sharp knife. Then, using clamps, you very gently pry the two halves of the skull apart. It probably doesn't make a noise, but if it did, it would probably be more like a I forgot to mention that the patient is usually unconscious during this procedure. So you looked at the brain. Ooh, there it is. Don't poke it, even though you might be tempted to. I won't poke it. The lobotomy involves severing the corpus something. It's like a little bridge from one half of the brain to the other. And then carefully, so very carefully, you snip it. All done, your personality's forever changed. And then you just, and then sew it up like boop, 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 and then slap a toupee on top. Everyone in the pool, because you probably want to party after the procedure. Okay, I may be a brain surgeon one day. Thank you.
I just want to weigh in here on this whole Caleb London thing.
Jesse,
What?
this is not a monologue.
Yes, it is. I worked hard on this and I'm totally off book.
All right.
Thank you. I just want to weigh in here on this whole Caleb London thing. All right, y'all. I had a front row seat to this nonsense. First of all, maybe you don't like yoga pants because you don't look good in them. That's all I'm saying. Nobody wants to see you in yoga pants. They're called squats. But if your man needs somewhere nice to look at, then, honey, you need to go to the gym. Truth, just truth. I don't need to go to the gym because I am naturally like this, but some people don't have the right DNA or whatever, and they got more work to do. I ain't naming names, but if your name is London, this is about you. Can I just... Your parents called you London. It's a big, dirty city. Just saying, food for thought. Second of all, nobody wants to hear about your problems. Like, if that's all you're going to be talking about, then you have to change the topic of the conversation. Hey, how was your day? Oh, I got a new pimple on my back, and it's driving me crazy. Nobody wants to hear that. What's your man going to say? Oh, wow, thank you for telling me all about your back pimple problems. I feel so close to you now. He ain't going to say that. He's going to say, let me look at that fine lady over there in the yoga pants. Allow me to help you. Here's some fascinating things you could talk about. Television shows, funny things animals do, natural disasters. That's what you talk about. If you still got problems, then there's a psychoanalysis and therapy and probably doctors that can help you. If not, move to Canada. They have socialized medicine. And last, Caleb is fine. I don't care if he's checking himself out. He's just doing what I do. And seeing, or whatever.
Hello, Miss Mac told me I could choose any topic that I wanted for my monologue, so I give you Star Wars, episode 6.5. I'm not going to call this a fan fiction, it's more like an imaginative exploration of the themes in the original trilogy. I would also like to point out that some people in this class are extremely immature and lame and cannot handle the depth of the emotion in my work. I mean, I could stand up here and be like, oh my god, y'all, let me tell you about Caleb and London some more because that's so fascinating. But I'm not going to do that. Those people are the souls of cockroaches. No offense. So, the forest moon of Endor. Han Solo and Princess Leia are standing next to each other after the Death Star explodes for the second time in the Ewok village. The fire is dying low. Han looks at Leia in the firelight. Her skin is as smooth as the surface of the Carillion freighter in the moonlight. Leia looks at Han. She feels it too. I've always liked scruffy-looking nerfers, she says. I have feelings for you, says Han. Their lips are about to touch and Mrrr! Chewbacca's there. He's a little grossed out. Get lost, Chewie, says Han. Mrrr! I said get lost. Chewie finds the whole thing disgusting. Kiss me, says Leia. Heck yes, says Han, and he...
And that's all we have time for.
Oh, come on, I've got 130 more pages of this.
Oh, that's great. You can keep working on it in your spare time.
I will, it's beautiful.
I'm sure it is. Thank you for your romantic Star Wars fanfiction.
It gets hotter.
We're done here.
Voices in your head talk to you sometimes. I have two, actually. My first one, my favorite one, is Taylor Swift. I know, right? Crazy. It is so great having Taylor Swift in your head, though. She's always saying things like, you're a strong woman and don't you forget it. It's like she's sitting on my shoulder and saying things like shake it off all the time. It's magical. Sometimes I imagine taking her home and showing her my life. Like, this is it. And she'll be like, your life is amazing. Yay. We are such good friends. But sometimes I worry that Taylor's getting bored because I'm just like an ordinary person, right? I'm not some big fancy star or whatever. And I know she says nice things about my clothes, but sometimes she's probably thinking like, no one even designed this. This is from The Gap. I can't believe you're wearing that. He wears clothes from The Gap. So that's when I like to thrill her. Just one time we went to Macy's. And I was like, Taylor, what would you do if I shoplifted this sweater right now? And Taylor Swift got all worried. And she's like, don't shoplift. So I was like, okay. So instead, I went to the counter. And there was this nice lady standing there. And she was like, can I help you? So that's when it made my eyes go all crazy. And I faked tapping again. I was like, give me all the money now! Oh my gosh. Taylor Swift was freaking out. It was so funny. So I tied the lady up with a scarf or whatever. And then I was like, grab the cash and run. There was a security guard chasing us. So I grabbed a mannequin and smashed him over the head with it. Boom. He's like unconscious and bleeding or whatever. And then the alarm went off. Like, wee-oo, wee-oo. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Taylor was not bored. So then we got in my car. And there's this little mall security vehicle chasing us. It's like a smart car, whatever, like 3 feet long. I floor it, smash head first into it, and I'm screaming, I'm insane, do not mess with me. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. The security guard was crying. He's like, I have kids and a family. We tear out of there for the cops show up. I told Taylor, I'm never gonna let you be bored of me. I think she really liked that. She's gonna be so surprised by what I do next. That's it.
Someone here stole my purse. I know it was one of you. Don't think I don't know. So I am going to stand up here until the person comes forward and gives it back to me. Is it possible I misplaced it? Is that what you're thinking? Like I'm just going to walk into a room and misplace my purse? That seems like a possibility to you. I'm that kind of person. Oh hey, I'm walking along. Let me just misplace my purse here and keep walking because I'm stupid. No, I did not misplace my purse. It was stolen by one of these people standing up here behind me. So which one was it? I'll close my eyes, you can return it, and I won't hurt you. I am waiting. You know what? I don't hear footsteps. I don't hear the little footsteps by someone returning my purse to me, which is what should be happening right now. Once upon a time, there was a little piggy who took my purse. And the little piggy thought, I will take Monica's purse, I will hide in a house made of straws, and she won't get me. So then Monica came knocking on the door and said, little pig, I know you got my purse. Give it back or I will put you in a world of hurt. So, and the piggy said, not by the hair on my chinny, So Monica had her hands around his throat and then had bacon for dinner. That was a metaphor, but it will become reality soon. You think I left it in my car? You think I would be up here making threats if I left it in my car? You think I'd do that? Okay, I may have left it in my car, but if you're thinking about stealing it, and I know all of y'all are, let this be a warning to y'all. Okay, I'm done. Oh, and I had a nice monologue about how my grandmother taught me to be a nice person. So, yeah, she did a great job. Okay, scene.
So, I've never really liked my name. It's been a source of constant ridicule from other kids, teachers, strangers, and people on the internet. When I turned 12, I decided to ask my mom, why did you name me Barney? There's no one in our family named Barney. You didn't even name me Bernard or Barnwell or Bartholomew. Just Barney. Why? Why did you do this? What was wrong with you? No! And you know what she did? She just looked at me, smiled, and said, "Son, I was on a lot of painkillers, and I think I was watching a show about a purple dinosaur, and it just spoke to me. Barney! She named me Barney because a purple dinosaur spoke to her through a haze of hospital-admitted drugs." I said, "Mom, I get made fun of every day." And she said, "Kids are cruel." And I said, "Grandma makes fun of me." And Mom said, "I don't like her." This is my life every day, walking down the hallway, and someone starts with, "I love you, you love me, we're all happy." I usually throw a book at them. I'm taking Taekwondo, karate, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so I get in fights most days. Why don't I just go by my middle name? My middle name is Baby. "Mom, why is my middle name Baby?" "Because you look like a baby." "Because I was a baby." "Yeah, so it really fit." "Yeah, but at some point I wouldn't be a baby anymore." "Yeah, I wasn't really thinking ahead." They said that I had behavioral issues, that I was mentally disturbed, that I picked fights with trash cans. Yeah, sure, absolutely. Barney, Baby. So, yeah, I want to name the day until I turn 18 so I can change my name to something cool, like Cool Modi or Sir Mix-a-Lot. No one makes fun of those guys.
Hold on 1 second. I know you're hurting out there. You've got troubles. Your parents don't understand. Your teacher's giving you homework. Your dog is standoffish lately. Maybe you don't even have enough money to buy a Lexus. What can you do? You're just one person, and the world is so big. My heart is hurting for you. I want to help you. I want to see you succeed. I want you to look into the mirror and say, "Heck yes, I am majestic." I want you to go out there on that basketball court, on that tennis court, in that swimming pool, in that classroom, in that Burger King. And I want you to believe in your own brilliance. Yes, you are brilliant. You don't believe me, you say, Morgan, I hear what you're saying, but I'm scared." Don't be scared. Fear is holding you back. I want you to take that fear, crumble it into a ball, then set it on fire, and then eat it while it's on fire. Will it hurt you? It's just flaming fear. It only hurts if you're scared of it. Now, I want you to look into yourself. Close your eyes. Close them. It's dark in there, isn't it? Now I want you to ask yourself these questions. Who am I? What do I want to be? How can I succeed at life? Because life can be scary, friends. Life can, like a giant mountain 10,000 feet taller than the giantest mountain on earth. But this mountain has trolls on it. Thousands and thousands of trolls with axes and some other magical powers, hurling boulders and sending fireballs at you. How are you going to make it up the mountain with all the stinking trolls? Well, let me tell you something, and listen up. Are your ears open? Are they? You will never make it up the mountain without my latest series of self-help videos. What? That's it? That's all you need? Yes. Your first question, how do I make it? That's the title of my first video. How you make it. Coincidence? No. Your second question, how do I survive the trolls and climb the mountain? Well, my second video is called Dodging Fireballs and Kicking Butt, Lessons on the Mountain. Wow. Wow. Think about that. I have all the answers for you. Without them, you will die. I'm not lying to you. You will die if you don't order my videos. In a lot of pain and fear. One of the trolls is gonna grab a big club and smack you right off the mountain. Wow. Wow. How much does it cost? How much would you pay to reach all of your dreams? $5,000? $4,800? $4,700? No, I'm not even charging close to that. I'm only charging $49.95. Whoa, that's a deal. For each video, I sell them separately. I take cash and money orders and I'm available after the show. End scene.
Some people have talent. Some people don't have any talent at all. I'm not one of those people. In the second category, I have a talent. You know what I do in my spare time?
I'm a human cannonball. You think my mom worries about me? She's at home. Oh no, my poor baby's being shot out of a cannon again. What have I done wrong? No, she loves it. She's actually the one that suggested this for a career. She knew I was special. Based on the velocity I exited the womb. Apparently I just shot out. The umbilical cord snapped like a rubber band, and I went flying down the hall. Broke a wall with my skull. Doctors just stood there, stunned. Then one guy started to slow clap. From that moment on, I was hooked. I was a child prodigy human cannonball. People used to write me out for birthday parties. Instead of piñatas, they stuffed me in a cannon and fired me at a brick wall. I loved it. The fans, the cheering, the gunpowder. I flew so high, like a golden rainbow of awesome.
Hey, Todd.
Yo, what's up?
These are supposed to be personal reflections.
Right.
Truthful reflections.
Uh-huh.
Things that actually happened to you.
They are.
So you see what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
You didn't actually shoot out of the womb like a cannonball, right?
You calling my mom a liar?
I guess not.
Right. Where was I?
Golden rainbow of awesome.
Right. At the age of 15, I achieved low Earth orbit and landed in Narnia. Landed on a talking lion. Killed him. Then I became king of a magical kingdom filled with talking animals. I may have also suffered brain damage. Thank you, talking animals. I will now be listening to your request and will no longer be eating most of you. Except the talking pigs, because you guys are yummy. Thank you.
Hey ladies, I'm single.
This isn't really what...
Hey, chill, I got more.
I know, but...
Just wait, it's poetical. Serious ladies, just looking at me, you probably think I got a girlfriend. I'm not trying to flex right now because I don't want to embarrass these other dudes up here, but rest assured, if I did flex, you would be enthralled. That's right, I said it, enthralled. In addition to my musculariness, I have many other features. Soulful eyes. Look at them. I want you to imagine a candlelit dinner and me sitting across from you. I'm looking at you hard and I give you this look. See that? In my eyes, the soulfulness. And in some countries, that's illegal. I get stopped at the border and they're like, nah, you're too beautiful to come in. We have to defend our women. And I'm like, oh, that's all right. I'll close my eyes. And they're like, oh, okay, come on in. Now the next feature is soft, kissable lips. That's right, you heard me. You didn't hear me because I didn't talk. Now the next feature is soft, kissable lips. That's right, you heard me. Sometimes I kiss myself and it's amazing. And they're all natural too. I know some guys are putting collagen or whatever in their lips, but I don't need to do that because they're like this naturally. But the best part of me is my ears, because I'm gonna listen to you, girl. You wanna talk about your problems? I'm here for you. You wanna talk about your dreams of being a backup dancer for Beyonce? I hear you. You wanna talk about dental school or whatever your theories of significance of stuff in books? I'm listening. These ears are open for you, baby. But you aren't gonna need to talk too much, because soon I'm gonna give you this look. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so before I begin my monologue, I just want to let you guys know that we've worked on this quite a bit, and it's pretty darn awesome. But just in case things don't go well, I just want to say that there are a few people here who aren't good at paying attention or following directions or reading. So if we screw up, it's not my fault, okay? One more thing. So if you happen to be like a Hollywood casting director and are looking for like next big star, I am available. I'm just throwing that out there just in case like one of you moms of these kids are like a Paramount casting director or something. A wonderfully beautiful casting director. Just sit back, relax. Imagine you the next Leonardo DiCaprio, the face next to Leonardo DiCaprio's face. I think we go really good together. Oh, and if you happen to need a headshot, here it is. I didn't do anything wrong. I was just trying to steal crust to feed my family. Look at them. Look at their beautiful faces. So very beautiful. Just like their father. He was a male model who happened to look like Leonardo DiCaprio. But you'll never break my spirit. Oh, you monster. Don't touch me. Oh, you fiend. Wait, there's supposed to be like a slapping sound there? All right, just throwing that out there. There are a lot of big eyes on us, okay? Okay, let's do that again. But you'll never break my spirit! Ah, you monster, don't touch me! I'm sorry. You know you did wrong there, right? I'm not trying to blame you or anything, but let's do it better, okay? But you'll never break my spirit! Ah, don't touch me! Oh, you can hurt me, but you can't touch my child! Don't touch her!
Poke.
I swear as long as I have a breath in my body, I will hunt you down!
Another poke.
And I will make you pay for what you've done! As God's my witness, I will make you pay!
More poking.
You know what? Just for that, we're starting over.
No, no, thank you.
But I was just...
No, thank you.
No.
And we're done.
I'm going to tell you about my greatest triumph, the 7th grade spelling bee. You can learn parts of words and waste your time memorizing the dictionary or whatever, but that's not what really wins. What wins is mental domination. The key is to introduce fear into the hearts of the other competitors. Break their spirits. You can tell right away which of them are going to crack like tiny little eggs. You make eye contact, stare into their souls. This is my look. I call it corpse eye. I find the first little boy, a 6th grader, Zuhel Patel. He's about 4'9". I get about this close to him, so close our noses might touch, and then I whisper, "You think you understand the proper spelling of Latin verbs? Go home, little boy. I'm going to enjoy crushing you." And then you know what I do? I blow on his face. He freaks out like a swarm of bees just stung him, starts crying. He'll be out in the first round. I use a different tactic for the girls. They've been prepared for months. They're all full of confidence and hope. They have pigtails and smiles. I start the rumors. "So, I hear you're using performance-enhancing drugs." "What?" "Don't worry, I won't tell anyone, but people are talking." I move on to the next girl. "Miranda says that even if you win, she's stealing your boyfriend." "I don't have a boyfriend." "That's not what Suel Patel says." By the time we get on stage, it's a slaughter. Everyone hates each other. Who's their friend? Who's their enemy? Who can they trust? Down to the final 2, me and Stephen Williams. Stephen is as cold as ice. He acts like he's deaf, pretends not to see me, not to hear me. He's a machine. The word is ZZ. Definition, please. An arrangement of heavenly bodies. Origin, undetermined. He starts spelling. S-Z-Y. He thinks he's going to win. He knows the word, but then, just for an instant, he glances my direction as if to say, "I'm going to win." And that's when I unleash my look that will win me this. I call it spastic thunder. It looks like I'm having a seizure. My eyes cross, my teeth start shaking, spit flies out of my mouth. Stephen loses his place. A second Z. Ding. He's out. My word is pulchritudinous. I'm so cool that I don't even ask for country of origin. Pulchritudinous. P-U-L-C-H-R-I-T-U-D-I-N-O-U-S. I'm taking home a cool $100 gift card to Barnes & Nobles. And that's how the game is played, suckers.
Hi, my monologue is about the most influential person in my life. Some people get influenced by political figures or sport people or other people, but not me. I'm influenced by my Aunt Palula. Who's my Aunt Palula? Well, let me tell you who she is. She's my grandma's sister and she doesn't care what anyone thinks of her. I guess that what makes her my great aunt. That was a funny line. I thought you would laugh at that, but that's okay. You don't need to laugh at any of the funny parts. Although I kind of had my heart set on you laughing there, but that's alright. I'm not funny. I guess I'm not funny. That's alright. No one cares if I'm funny in my house, because my mom doesn't really pay attention to me, and my brother microwaved my gerbil to see what would happen. You know what happens when you microwave a gerbil? Exactly what you think would happen. Okay, alright. My great Aunt Palula is awesome because she doesn't care what anyone thinks of her. Like if someone's making her mad, she'll say, "I'll punch your throat." That's one of her sayings. Or if someone's annoying her, she'll say, "You're an annoying little rodent." She says that to my brother a lot. She's scared of her. He's scared of her. I especially love my Aunt Palula's tattoo. She has a lot of skulls on her. And cobras. Most of the cobras are crawling through the skulls. One time I asked her why she has many tattoos, and she said to get respect from the Hells Angels. and we never know when she's going to arrive at our house. Sometimes she gets there at 2 or 3 in the morning and climbs into my window and says, "Shh, don't say anything." And then she ducks for a while the police go past. It's like a little surprise. Then she takes my piggy bank and says, "I was never here." And she's gone again. Yes, my Aunt Beluga sure is great. That was a funny line. Fine, don't laugh. I'm gonna tell my aunt. The end.
Why hasn't J.K. Rowling written any more Harry Potter books? Like, seriously, what is she doing with her time? She's J.K. Rowling. She should be writing more Harry Potter books. And I know, like, okay, she's probably writing detective books or whatever under an assumed name. So, what the heck is that? Is there magic and mythical creatures and fancy stuff in her detective novels? No, I picked one up. Somebody gets a severed arm in the mail. I'm not even joking. There's a severed arm in there. She needs to write more Harry Potter. So I came up with a plan. I thought maybe she's out of ideas. Maybe she needs a little help. And that's where I come in. So basically, next time she's on the Today Show or whatever, I'm going to charge the stage. And they probably have bodyguards or whatever, so I have to do it fast. So I charge, right? And then I just throw my idea at her. And I'm like, write more Harry Potter, dang it! I bet she'll love that. Yeah. Anyways, so by then the bodyguards probably have me and are punching me or whatever. But then JK holds up her hand and she's like, wait. Then she looks at the pages and reads them out loud. Harry Potter and the Divorce Attorney of Doom. She looks at the pages. Harry and Ginny are fighting. Harry's losing his hair. He's out of shape. The magic between them is dead. Not like the actual magic, just the attraction between them or whatever. So they decide to cast love spells on each other. Then boom! But then, here's the thing. Hagrid shows up for a surprise visit. Then boom! Love triangle. So Harry turns to Hagrid and goes, I have feelings for you. And Hagrid goes, ah, no, it can't be! And Harry says, I can't deny it anymore, Hagrid. And Harry, it's Ginny, she's there. She turns to Hagrid. Your beard reminds me of a warm, fuzzy bear. Let's cuddle. And then Hagrid goes, what's going on here? And then they start fighting over him. He's mine. No, he's mine. Slap fight. Expelliarmus. Cruciatus curse. Everyone's crying. Ah! 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 And then somebody apparates from the Ministry of Magic. Voldemort. Wah! Then Harry Scar goes crazy. Harry Scar goes crazy and then he says, Voldemort, what are you doing here? I thought you were destroyed. And then Voldemort says, oh, you gave me a new job, Harry, the boy who lived but couldn't make his marriage work. I also happen to be a marriage counselor. Counselor, room. They're in Voldemort's office now, talking about their feelings. There's a true spell on them. And Harry says, I've always been in love with Hermione. And Ginny goes, I knew it. I'm still in love with Hagrid. Whoa! So they divorce. Harry moves into a one-bedroom apartment with Neville Longbottom. And Ginny goes back to living with her parents. They do a lot of binge eating. The end. Yeah, I bet J.K. Rowling would love that. Now if I can just get this to her.
Just because you can fit into those yoga pants doesn't mean you should wear them. Let's be honest, those aren't pants, they're tights. You're not wearing pants, you're walking around without pants. Would you like it if I showed up tomorrow wearing yoga pants? No, no one would be cool with that. Second, I'm a little sick and tired of people dissing London, okay? She's not the one who ruined that relationship. I'm looking at you, Caleb.
Is this a monologue?
Absolutely. I don't remember this one during rehearsal. I'm pretty sure I rehearsed this one, but you weren't listening because you're not a very good teacher. Now please, let me continue. I had a front row seat to this because I happen to be London's best friend. And let me tell you, this guy is the worst boyfriend in the history of the world. He texts like once a day. You wanna know what that text says? Sup. That's it, 3 letters, sup. He can't even manage to put a question mark at the end of it. How's London supposed to know what that means?
Dude, why are you reading my text?
Because she shows him to me because she can't decipher your oh so eloquent message. You heartbreaker. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm in the middle of a monologue about how horrible you are. This guy does not deserve her. She's a delicate flower. She's a beautiful young woman. And any guy in this class would be lucky to go out with her. She's smart, she's nice, she's funny, and her hair is like a curtain of sunshine. And when you get close to her, you realize she smells just a bit like vanilla, and it takes you back to childhood memories of your grandma making you cookies. And not only that, her eyes are like gleaming pools into her beautiful, beautiful soul. They are gleaming pools of wonderfulness. She's amazing. She's everything. She's probably going to be the president someday. And I, for one, would be honored to serve in her cabinet as chief of staff. A chief of staff who's in love from afar and can't bring himself to say how he really feels. A chief of staff standing in front of her right now saying, Madam President, I want you to sign the executive order to my heart. So, yeah, Caleb's a loser. Thank you.
I have a second monologue, y'all.
You can't have 2 monologues.
Yes, I can. I have 2 monologues. Okay, Matt, you're a super nice guy, and thank you for backing me up on the whole yoga pants thing, but our relationship is based on, attraction, right?
Ooh.
Shut up, Caleb.
This is gonna hurt.
So, attraction. I'm not really feeling that towards you. I mean, when I look at you, I think of, like, the Muppets. You know, Kermit the Frog and that bear guy. Thank you. And I like the Muppets, I do, but I'm not in love with the Muppets. And I don't really see myself with the Muppet in a romantic sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
But we can still be friends, and you can still be my chief of staff when I become president.
Alright.
In the meantime, while I'm still up here, I'm reminded of one other thing that Caleb does that's totally annoying. Y'all, he collects Barbies. I'm serious. He's got like 30 of them.
Oh, come on.
You do. I've seen them. He changes the clothes on them.
I'm into fashion. I like fashion.
He's got mental problems. What kind of a teenage guy sits at home all alone changing the outfits on a bunch of Barbies? That ain't right. That's all I'm saying. There's something wrong with him. That's all. Loser.
I have a second monologue as well. Okay, first of all, I told you that in confidence, and it's totally normal for a guy to have passions. Passions that you cannot possibly understand because you're a heartless witch. London is a scorpion woman. When she's not talking or driving you insane, she has her stinger out and is poisoning your life. That's what she does. Sting, sting, sting. And you take it because you think she's cool or whatever, and you want to share your nachos with her. But what you don't understand is that she'll devour your lifeless corpse when she's done with you. That's all. That's my whole monologue. I'm so much happier now that I'm single, and I hope you cry yourself to sleep every night.
I don't. I'm so over you.
Good.
Good.
Awesome.
Go play with your Barbie.
They're fashion templates.
Whatever.
And my second monologue is over. Boom. Mic drop. Again.
I have something more to say.
No, stop it!
I support a man whatever he does. If you support a man whatever he does, then that's all on you. Also, squads, learn to do some. Thank you.
No, it's my turn. I've been sitting up here listening to this, and it's my turn. I'm getting a good grade on this, and I'm doing my monologue. You people need professional help, all right? So after the show's over, I want you to go to the counsel's office, stay there, and never come back. Sorry. Have you ever had an experience where you're sitting on stage for like a really long time and you hate everybody in the room? Well, I have, but that's not what a monologue's about.
Actually, can I just...
No! I have this very special monologue planned about my mother and you people are ruining it! Where was I? My mom. Some people don't have a good relationship with their parents, like most of these people up here behind me. So if one of these kids belongs to you, just know you screwed up. Big time. Seriously, you put 16 years of effort into raising these people and you failed. When they were toddlers, were you like, we should fill their bottles with Dr. Pepper?
It's just so hard to read that parenting manual. We'll just wing it. In my day, we didn't have car seats, so let's just let them roll around in the front seat. And if we crash, that's how they learn. Look in the mirror, parents. This is a result of your work. And frankly, it's a wonder these kids can even dress themselves. And they're not even doing a great job. I'm totally on board with the whole yoga pants aren't pants theory, by the way.
Thank you.
Shut up! You're the worst!
Hey.
Okay. My relationship with my mom. I have totally lost my train of thought. Seriously, I had this whole monologue planned about spa day, and now I can't remember a word of it. Thank you for messing it up! So, spa day is great.
Dude, you know what the problem with zoos is? They're boring, bro. The animals just sit there. Like, what is that? Hey, I'm a lion. I'll just lay around in the sun. Dude, I pay good money to come to the zoo, and there's nothing happening. What if they had jobs, like some learn-to-work program? Giraffes can change lights, and monkeys can dig trenches. Could that work? No, because it's stupid. Like Adam Sandler movie stupid. Bro, check this. I got this idea from YouTube. There's a chimpanzee and a cat, like a cute little house cat. And the chimp just beats the heck out of the cat. Like the cat's like, I'm gonna kill you. And the chimp's like, I got opposable thumbs, bring it. And they fight, and it's like, slap, 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 a-cha, pa, 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 a-cha. The chimp is doing moves. He's like Kung Fu Chimp or whatever. It's awesome. And then afterward, they're like, respect, much love. So my idea is Ultimate Fighting Animal Championship. Elephant versus rhino. Giraffe versus gorilla. That'd probably be over pretty fast. The gorilla would probably climb the giraffe's neck and be double punching in the head, right? Oh, or what about a whole team of meerkats versus a squad of skunks, right? What's gonna happen? I don't know, but I know it's gonna be awesome. You can also dope them, put them on steroids. I got a million awesome ideas. That's why I'm gonna be running for city council as soon as I turn 18. First proposal on the table, Ultimate Fighting Animal Championship! Yeah!
Is it my turn? Am I supposed to know? Yeah. Are you sure? I'm supposed to be 28.
Around 28.
I don't actually have to go. If you want, you can skip me.
Everyone has to go.
Attitude.
Just get down there.
Alright, sheesh. We weren't told we had to memorize this.
Yes, you were. I put it in an information packet. You've had it for months.
I don't really do well with pressure or rules, so, anyways, I'm totally thinking, can I take a 0?
No!
I remember her monologue.
You do?
Yeah, I heard it like 5 times.
Can she do it instead?
I'll whisper it to you. You'll do good.
Cool. The person who is most important to me is my grandmother. Her name is Mimi. She's from Toronto. No. I love her very much. This is the part where I start crying.
No, I mean,
oh,
like you tear up because she's, in heaven.
Oh, so what I say again?
You love her very much.
I love her very much. Just imagine me crying. It's very emotional. Alright, is that enough? Alright, thanks.
Some people have experienced tragedy. Some people live lives of comfort and joy. Like that Christmas song, Tidings of Comfort and Joy. I'm not one of them. I've endured hardship. I have been the mountain and I have reached the summit. You see, I have an iPhone 5. And at first, I thought it was great. It was great. We had a wonderful time together. I downloaded all kinds of apps. It was beautiful. But then I noticed more and more that my battery would run down faster and faster. At first I thought, it's just me. I'm imagining it. I'm just looking at the past through rose-colored glasses. And maybe my phone doesn't have the zip that it used to. Maybe the spark isn't quite as intense, but I still love it. And we had such great times together. We bonded. But we fought more and more. I'd want to spend an hour watching a video on my phone with Dad halfway through. Halfway through a movie. What is this? What are you doing to me? Can't you tell that this is our special time together and you're ruining it? Don't you care about my feelings? More and more would just sit there like a lifeless hunk of metal. You don't care, do you? You're tired all the time. There's no response. It doesn't even respond to my touch anymore. I'll get a new phone. A younger phone. Is that what you want? Would you like that? I see people with new phones all the time, and they're happy like we used to be. You're driving me into another phone. But I can't do it. I love my phone too much. I wish I could separate my feelings and say the thrill is gone, you're old, but I'm not that type of person. So I sit here with this phone I used to love. This phone I'm stuck with. I'm seeing a counselor. We're talking about strategies to extend battery life. I don't have hope they're gonna work though. Why can't we have what we had? Oh sure, you're hibernating again. Probably didn't even know a word I said. Typical. Try not to cry too much.
I want to go last, but Miss Ellie said I had to. So, alright. You've heard some things tonight that are frankly insane. Whatever. But I'm gonna tell you the real story right now. First of all, it was my idea to steal garden gnomes. Why? Because it's a symbol of resistance to capitalist society. Like, people are buying things. They're using their money to buy things that are gnome statues. Of course, I can't explain this to Jameson and Bradley, because they're idiots, right? So I'm just like, gnomes. And they're like, yes. This is the level their brains work at. So we go to the first house. There's 7 garden gnomes. Like, there's the whole Snow White story, right? Sleepy, grumpy, Doc, whatever the other ones are. So they're waiting in the truck, and they're like, Burma, go do it, we're totally chicken. So I go up to the first gnome, the lights come on in the house. It's my English teacher, Mrs. Lewis. She sees me. I happen to also know that Mrs. Lewis is a dog enthusiast. She has like 5 Doberman pinschers. I hear them, it's the sound of death, right? So I'm like, ah, and I shout to idiots driving the truck, and they take off without me. Then 3 dogs burst out the front door, like they were just shot out of a cannon. So I run, and there's like a hedge, and I try to jump the hedge, and my foot gets caught, and I faceplant on the other side of it. Then 2 dogs grab me by my ankles, and they're pulling me back to my English teacher. So I'm screaming, right? I'm like, help, help. Mrs. Lewis is like, get him, tear him apart, which isn't even correct grammar. So I'm bashing these dogs in the head with my cell phone, and they're like, we don't even have brains. We're just killing machines. And I'm like, this is it. I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna die trying to steal garden gnomes. And I didn't even get one. And then I look up, and Mrs. Lewis is there. And she's like, Burma, is that you? And I'm like, the dogs are killing me. She's like, you cheated on your Romeo and Juliet quiz, didn't you? And I'm like, huh? And then she pepper sprays everything. Me, the dogs, the hedge, the world is on fire. I wake up 2 days later in an empty pool behind the Walmart. My friends haven't bothered to call me. Apparently, they had a great time. Thank you.
Can I just say one more thing here?
Dude, I'm about to finish my show.
I've been thinking, and girl, I'm sorry.
About what?
All of it. You know I like you. I'm not gonna say love because I don't believe in love.
What is that supposed to mean?
Shut up!
Caleb, it's over.
Girl, I made this for you.
You did?
What the heck?
At least she's wearing actual pants.
So, what do you say, girl?
Will you share your nachos with me?
All my nachos.
Okay.
Sweet, hold on.
Yeah, I look good. And the show is over.